Yeah, Padaru.
You will give me an...
And Montaru sends in.
Hello.
It's so sad.
I know you're not supposed to cry over spilled
egg,
but it's just so sad.
What is that from? That sounds so familiar.
It's from Avatar. I've been rewatching that.
Or that.
Ah, that would do it. All right. All right, we're going to go to
What is
break when we
Avatar?
come back. D! See you guys in a bit.
I'm so ready after we get back from the break to talk about D and the history of D because, oh man, I don't think chat's ready for how wild it's gonna get. I'm gonna tell you right now though, D is on Steam if you want to buy it. So if you like what you see,
Yes,
Can't
it is
buy yourself
originally.
the D.
but only the first game of the 3 are on Steam.
And yes, Chad, it is originally Uncle Iroh crying over spilled tea. I made the joke just like top 10 saddest Avatar moments.
One of my favorite things is I love my extensive knowledge of all these crazy obscure games just to talk about them for exact moments like this. So meantime, it's question time. John, are you still here?
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna tell Time for you to
Joker.
update the call again.
Joker, how could a member of my own family say something so horrible?
Do I like the D? Yeah, good letter. The 4th best letter.
Jesus.
I mean, my middle name starts with D, so
I mean,
guess
yeah,
like it.
I need a D to spell my name. It's funny how D4 has nothing to do with the D trilogy. There's D, there is another game, and then there's D2. And D2 is what I would argue when we get there, like after the break, is gonna be the one that's the craziest and people aren't ready to hear about.
Any relation to Vampire Hunter D? Sure.
Maybe. I mean, it gets pretty fucked up. I'll say this, look at the rating of D. And it's not, like, really something deserving of that rating. It's deserving of a higher rating.
When you said rating, I thought you meant, like, how it was rated on, like,
No.
IMDb.
No. The ESRB rating.
It
Any
has
relation
5
to-
stars, and it does not deserve any of them.
Any relation to D2, the Mighty Ducks? No. What's the top 3 letters? A, B, and then C. When is DMC2? Never. It's not even my meme. What's the history of A, B, and
Adoru.
well, you see, Alpha, Beta, and then Sama, you know, that's the 3rd one, right?
Yes. And then after them came Delta.
In relation to initial D. This is where they got the D. Before that, it was just initial. The top 3 letters are 3, D, and O.
No, there is no Gamma, only Sama.
Yeah, Sama. It could be Sagama. I might have misspelt that on my notes here. Tenacious D? They were just tenacious before this game existed. Like, the alphabet didn't even have a letter for this game until this game existed.
Oh my god.
Begrudgingly, Waluigi, I appreciate the effort of you getting the actual characters.
What a fucking legend he is, going out of his way to get those. I salute you.
Fox got Beta as well. The best letters are DC and Douglas. So are there any actual questions that Jet has for us? Or do we
Okay, I'm
wanna
gonna
make
give
more
you my letter
jokes?
opinion right now. How does M come after? Like, well, how does it come before N? You know, shouldn't it be L N M? You have to draw an N to get an M. Does that not make sense? You want? They're asking questions about letters. Here's my letter opinion.
Why
The
is
alphabet should be
W
reordered.
called W when it should be a double V?
You're correct.
I hate you all right now.
See, V actually, someone brings up, comes up before W. Gotta think about that.
All right.
What do you
Well, while we're discussing letter crimes. Ow. Captain Joe, thank you for the bits. Fury, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the fun animal facts earlier. The Master says, dinner time. And with that, it's time for a delicious meal of art.
Mega Nerd. I think it was Mega Nerd who asked this. What did I think about the reboot? I liked it. I liked the animations they had. I liked the 3 books they posted, and I liked, oh goodness. What was the Netflix series even called? Oh god, I can't remember. But I didn't like the ending, because of just like, wow. We were promised 3 years and it ended like this. It didn't even get to the 3rd year.
Yeah,
What reboot Bionicle?
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fits. Here's Yaksha Rosajon line art stuff, and there's a colored
Yo.
version later on we'll get to here in a bit. Good as always, Jumney. Speaking of Yaksha, here's a little fun thingamajig. Well, Yasha's big old titties seem a little ridiculous. If you look at her sprite art, it's actually the storage for her extending arms. You can see in some of her sprites that her bust gets considerably smaller, so that's probably the case. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, here she is grabbing some apple juice at a distance because she's cute and thirsty. It's
Alright.
mostly noticeable on her. I'm going to swing my arms around aerial attack and on her aerial arm extendo moves. Maybe I'm putting too much thought into this. To be fair, that's actually what it is. But also,
Nice work.
as we know from Kunoichi, they gave the androids boobs because they could. So why
according
not?
to
So why not give her
Drops-
the super busty ones? Make the short stack short stack.
Of course.
So about the letter crimes, according to Drops, V was called U for the longest time.
Ah, well, I have a theory. So it's called W because you have to uwu originally,
Oh
but they
my
didn't like that and they
God,
thought
no.
it was too
Stop!
weak, so they had to
Stop!
get rid
Stop!
of it.
Stop! Juker, heed my words. Asking you shall receive. You're welcome. This was done before the Bionicle pick, apparently. There you go. There's the drilling. That actually looks
That
pretty
is
good with
pretty
the drill,
good.
actually.
You know what? It works.
Yeah,
I think this might be my vote.
I think, yeah, if it won you over, then it's probably gonna get used. Yoshimitsu, I'm gonna need you message me after the stream or tomorrow. It's no big deal. If you can send me that image in the specific dimensions I need, which is 28 by 28, 56 by 56, and 112 by 112, it will likely get turned into an emote, either for one of the emote one of the bit ones we have, or one of the actual slots we have.
How are we gonna decide that? Because
Why-
like,
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Why is his chin the color of his hat? Because that's supposed to be the skin tone, and versus like he's blushing over here, and that's the best way to do it was with the two-tone.
it works.
There you go.
Also,
There's
that's
our
his, like-
likely Proton Lude.
That's like his adventure hat from the Wario Land game, not the
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's a
yellow,
nice throwback too.
not the yellow one that we know him for.
All right. Sonic works at Progressive. Good for him. I mean, yeah,
He
he's in the commercials. That's actually a thing. Look up
He's in,
Sonic
like, one-
Progressive commercial.
Maybe two.
I thought he
commercials.
was I'm pretty sure he was getting insurance though.
I can't remember if he was getting the insurance or if he was working there.
I think he works there.
Should we do Daisy on Hard and calligraphy? Years ago, during the old TRG Mario Party stream, I made a couple calligraphy posts that got featured. Straight up, getting my work recognized and really motivated me to keep working and practicing even more on this. Thank you for unintentionally motivating me to hone my craft, because now I'm getting commissions for Gothic and cursive calligraphy letters. Yo,
Hell
that's
yes.
sick!
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah!
Dude.
I do have
but-
one question though. Did you ever frame that?
They likely have now. I've been in this community for almost a decade at this point. Even if I may not talk much, I just want to say thank you. No worries. I'm so glad that it worked out in your favor like that. Hell yeah. Because you did a good job back then, and you're still doing one now.
Oh
Remember,
no!
Chad, you could do anything. You put your
Aw,
mind
they lost the original. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's really
that's
sad.
also been like, it's been like 5 years at least. I can
Yeah.
understand that. That's still, I mean, you can now remake it whenever you want, though, so there you
Yeah,
go.
you might even be able to make it better.
Stone! It was the
It's a
first thing I
stone,
thought of, and it
Waluigi,
felt
you
really
didn't make
funny.
it.
Put it in me for some. It's a stone, Waluigi, you didn't make it. Alright, there we go, redone lore from Chloe.
Works better.
Okay, I saw in chat someone talking about color contrast in emotes, and I realized you could see the yellow on the brown, so I made lore yellow, and I think it works now. If it doesn't, then oh well, but this feels like it might actually work. Also,
How does
thank
it
you,
read,
person,
though?
thank you, person chat who said
God.
contrast. I didn't see your name, but thank you for the inspiration. Yeah, it's definitely readable now. On my
little
screen
bit.
it is, but
Still gotta squint a little bit.
yeah, well, like I said, I'll need to see it at the 3 resolution. So here's a good thing for people that don't know this. There's literally a site where you can, if you're making emotes, you can load them in, any image you have, and it will show you what it will look like in Twitch chat.
Give me a second, I got that.
It will actually let you see how it is on a dark background, which is what we normally use, and a light background. So it's a good way to test your emotes.
I know I have that somewhere.
Someone will link that in chat in a minute here. Oh my god. Sorry for
Max.
re-uploading it. I don't know why I keep putting the wrong resolutions. Another attempt at Buffton John emote. If it's close, I can still tweak it and make it work. Any suggestions and critique on this one? Pieces. Pieces. And I think you also submitted another one up here. Yep. My god. This isn't a tweaked version, but a different version entirely. I really feel the white text on this and the previous should be bigger to stay more legible and have a better change. However, I don't know which of the two I made this stream is better. Suggestions, critique. I still don't think I'm gonna use the Buffton John emote, W. I'm sorry, but thank you for trying hard on these.
I found it.
Found it? Yeah, go ahead and link
It was bookmarked in a weird spot for some reason.
Same thick Rosa John, but now in color. Technology is amazing. There you go. There's Yaksha. Yaksha Rosa John.
Okay, so for anyone who is curious, go to this site. You could test your emotes there. It'll upload. You could try it with a few different things. You could try, I think they do bit badges as well and sub badges.
God damn it, Roy! I forgot again! Oh! I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna set a fucking alert in my phone so I remember to do this now.
How could you forget Roy? He's like the coolest Simpsons character.
Good. I spelled art wrong. Thanks, Dickens. Yeah, I'm gonna set this alert. Fuck, I have a meeting at 3. God damn it! I'll set it for 5 tomorrow. That is not tomorrow. What? I can't
It
win.
does not want you to get this.
I tried to type. Yeah, it defaulted to December 4th, and then as I put in the time, it jumped magically to December 27th.
Why would you set it for December 4th, though? It's the 5th now.
I
or at
hate
least
that
for
you're
me.
right.
It's gonna-
I hate that you're right. Well, no, it defaulted to 4th because it's still the 4th.
Okay, okay.
It's 11:30 here, but you're right. That's very ineffective. There. I have an alert on my phone to remind me. Which probably means it'll remind me in half an hour when it becomes Thursday instead of actually when I need it to alert me.
4 and 27 are close enough.
Oh, here's another lore attempt. I might as well throw my own chip into this, or whatever the phrase actually is. I've been studying for like 5 hours, my brain's not working. Anyways, my own idea for Proton lore, complete with the trademark. It does turn slightly less readable in the smallest size, but it's surprisingly hard to get any words at all to look good at that size.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
text doesn't really
I think
work
this
in
is another
28 by 28.
contrast issue, yeah.
Especially with them all being yellow, it's hard to see. It just looks like it says lone.
Yeah, or Lomri.
I will say the blue probably isn't helping with.
The blue's definitely not helping. I mean, we can just do this. But now it's on gray and it looks almost even harder to read.
Yeah.
Welcome to the joys of trying to design emotes. Here's another take on lore. Somehow my class ended at the perfect time for me to catch the stream and art block. I won't flood the bluer with variations on this, though. I'll just keep up with the art Discord for now if I come up with more variations. I try to fix various issues while keeping the original design. Yeah, I think that egg's gonna be real hard to see at a small size. Well,
Yeah, at that point, I would maybe say
it's not terrible at that
you
size.
can't tell it's an egg, but
Yeah.
you can read the text.
It does, yeah.
I mean, I'll admit, I don't really I don't necessarily care that much with emotes at the small size because if I need to see it, I'll just hover over it. But that's my take on it.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
everyone
got to be
can do
readable
that.
in different chats, because like the small size is mainly designed for phone, I believe, for mobile.
Yes. It's still the worst
I
size,
like the
but-
idea behind this one. I'm not gonna lie, Epsilon. This one I'm kind of digging a bit more. I just don't know if we can get the egg on there on that one.
I think if it were just text, I would like that better.
Oh wow. You're a mean one, Mr. John. You really are a glitch. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as a... I should stop right there. I was watching the classic Chuck Jones Grinch last night and decided another evil John could be a Grinch John. Well, there you go. Nice take. And good rhyme, too.
Yeah.
Well, very, very Seuss. Very Seuss.
That reminds me, the hot dog place I went to the other day, they had a Grinch hot dog. It was very interesting what was on it.
What was on a
What was on
Grinch
it?
hot dog?
Yeah, it was like capers was one of the things on
Ah.
it. Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
I'm good, I don't like
isn't
capers.
that like... Didn't they do that in like the Jim Carrey Grinch movie?
I think so. That might be why.
All right, so here we go. Angels with the book idea again. Let's see how it looks this time. I actually like these different takes on it, and I'm glad that you actually put the other resolutions there so we can compare. So I ended up deleting my first lore post in order to just post the whole thing together. I did 3 other designs, so please let me know which one you like the most. For those who did not read my comment before, I'll post it here. John, if you're going to skip this part while reading out loud, it's what you read last stream. Ah, okay. That works for me then. Out of the designs...
I think I like the second one better for the small legibility.
I think I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I like 1 and 2 the most, I think. The R really loses its shape on the third one.
One looks like it says lone or loke.
I think I agree with 2 or 1.
I think 2 is my contender right now for the lore emote
2
at
is,
the
2
moment.
is definitely the clearest, and that's kind of what matters, quote unquote.
Yes, it is legibility. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a good idea on an emote.
Yeah, like, cause someone said they like 2, but with 1's bomb, and I'm like, you can't do the text in 2 with 1's bomb. That's just size-wise.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work out at all.
Yeah, I think out of those angels, 2 is the one I'm liking the most. Throw it onto the contrast site and see how it looks.
I'll post it again a few times. Hold on.
Does it necessarily need to have the word lore, though? The shortcut will have lore in it after all. That's a fair point, but you want it to at least convey what it is to those who don't come to this community and just see it posted in chat. Ideally, when you're designing an emote, you want it to be something that someone at a glance will recognize it, or like recognize the idea it's conveying, and without having to be like, oh, what the hell does this mean? Click, oh, it means lore. Oh, this picture of a book with a bomb on it. I wouldn't have gotten that. And so like, the idea if it says lore like that, to me, conveys it better. Because lore
Like, here
itself
we
as a
have-
concept is harder to convey, which is why people have been going with books and scrolls. They both make sense to tie in with lore.
There we have Adam Malkovich giving a thumbs down for objection.
Yes, Vulcan! Yes, like that! That conveys a lot.
Yes. I looked over. I knew you were laughing at that. Like right as soon as I heard the laugh, because I was already looking at it. I was like, motherfucker.
I thought you were laughing that I had an Adam Malkovich email.
Nope,
just like,
I was
"Not that
laughing at
funny."
the Full Metal Alchemist joke.
That's better.
The most universally understandable emote, door gods. I mean, that's just an in-joke to the community. That one's not trying to convey anything. And that's also why that emote gets the most flack out of all the ones we have. My
I will
mouse
admit,
slipped. Oops.
Door Gods was so helpful when one of my friends was playing 999. That was so
I
good.
believe it.
All right, here we go. So here's Destroy Man Mass. Here's the No More Heroes 3 Destroy Man design.
That's a really good design. I think it might be my favorite of his.
Kimmy's Letter. To my dear Travis the Great. Hi there, Travis the Great. I am the girl who loves you the most in the entire world, but in order to prove that I'm your #1 fan, I needed some kind of evidence, because no matter how much I insist I'm your #1, any other chick or bitch can approach you and say the exact same thing. That's why I've decided I should become strong. By doing so, I know that someday I'd be able to get closer to you, putting my title as Travis the Great's #1 fan on the line. I embarked on this path and ended up winning the National Student Assassin Championship. I really did my best, but, you know, in hindsight it was a cinch. I guess I'm just blessed. I could master in one day techniques that would take others years to do. Pretty awesome, right? And then I got greedy, a new urge, a vision. That just maybe I could win a fight against Travis the Great. Now my goal is to behead Travis the Great, therefore surpassing my hero. Oops, did I actually write that? It's kind of embarrassing, you know. Well, anyways, I made up my mind. I made an oath. I won't be killed by anyone. I shall defeat Travis the Great in battle. Only then will Travis the Great be mine and mine only. Love, Travis the Great's #1 fan, Kimmy Howell.
My favorite part of that is she's playing the recorder and just letting you read all that. Doesn't even, like, try and kill you, which she has an easy chance to. It's just like, yeah, this is fine.
She's just being fair.
She's being fair, yeah.
She's very nice.
Honorable.
She wanted him to go to the afterlife with those as the last words he ever saw.
Hey ladies, you want to go for a wild ride? Look at that tiny bus we got for a taxi. It's beautiful. Here's a little something for you, John, just because Waluigi's new Mario Kart Tour London outfit. The tartan pattern was a pain to color. It was worth it, I think. Credit to Todd for the key rings. Let's see, we got the egg, we got the Waluigi logo. Is that a rose hidden there as well? Because that's perfect if so. Hell yeah, I like it, Mel. Thank you so much.
I was looking at his lapel, I'm just like, I don't see a rose. Oh, there.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
You know, when the crab walk came up on Soul Blazer, the first thing I thought of was the spy crab meme from TF2. So here's a little gif I found online of a wild spy crab in the Badlands. It's beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, where did all your height go? Well, my boobs, obviously.
Ah.
Buffton John isn't the only one capable of a size shifting. I mean, Rose John is half Rosalina, so she's basically a demigod anyways. She could probably have shrunk herself to Yaksha's height without putting it in her boobs, and she wouldn't be Rosa John, would she? Exactly. The joys of having shape-shifting, or having space powers is you can literally just do whatever you want. Also, that definitely works for the conservation of mass idea that people say about, like, really, like, any shape-shifting or in space, yeah. Slow on the uptake, but this was almost like it was meant to be Yaksha Rosa John because you guys know the deal at this point. You don't have to draw a booby lady if you don't want to. I'm just gonna say this out loud. I'm gonna always say thank you for doing it, but you literally don't have to.
You can draw whatever you want.
Oh, I already did the Pex one.
Yeah, you already did.
Hey, look, someone went and actually did Kunoichi instead. Kunoichi Rosa John strikes. I was in the middle of drawing this when Yaksha appeared, and I felt like I missed an opportunity to draw Rosa with bigger boobs. I like how you're disappointed in this, Atomical.
Edo's just like, you don't, but you might as well anyway.
That's our Edo.
Is Edo saying that I'm saying that they shouldn't, or in?
I think they're saying that they should draw characters with big boobs anyway.
Oh. Yeah, she just put a little face there. Thank you, Atomical. It's real good. I love it. And alert's going off. We only got 2 posts left. Jumping on the Buffton John train was with an edit of another Gunpla I put up here before. After all the talk about it, I picked up Gundam Breaker 3 to make better edits, but there's so many parts they have to chip at the art to collect. So I decided to just pop new Gundam Breaker back in and work with what I had there to make this one. Also, skin tones are still a bit hard to make with the RBG palette that they give. Still works good. I appreciate it, Lorne. Thank you. If people didn't draw Rosa John with big boobs, how would we be able to tell it's Rosa John?
From every other feature?
Yeah, exactly.
From being
H
with
version.
Features.
H. Everyone's talk about D and its sequel E, but no one ever talks about that one weird spin-off called H.
Classic. I guess that means...
I mean, I love Edo. I mean, I won't draw it, but that doesn't mean you guys. That means you guys should.
Edo, I mean, you can draw it if you want. You're free to do it, especially since you seem to be encouraging people to draw it. I feel you should get it. Okay, let's move on.
So, keep digging, John. Keep digging.
No, you can't escape. You can't escape, Edo. You can't dig that hole and then not expect some flack from it.
Oh no, no signal.
You can't dig that. You can't dig that hole and not expect to get dirty from it.
Oh man, you moved from no signal.
We haven't used this sound pattern since
I moved to
the other day.
space. I'm sorry we moved to space.
Remember when we almost beat X-Men? Good times.
I sure do, and then the system crashed, and I was very sad.
I hope it doesn't crash again.
I can't tell if it was the system or the game. I don't know.
I was gonna
the game
joke
had a couple
about that,
scratches, but
I mean, the Saturn came up on its own, so
I am upset I had to miss that stream because I had to get up early for driving lessons.
it's a good stream.
all right, let's do it.
So,
Oh shit! I
You
didn't
mad?
change it back to English. Uh-oh. Hang on.
do you want me to start talking about the history of D yet?
Actually, I think I don't even need to change. I think we're fine.
Because
Let's find out if we're fine. I have no idea.
Okay.
It's a claim, so who the fuck knows?
I hope people are ready for this.
Proton
Lord,
John is playing D. Thank you, Stream Element.
Warp.
Wapusta!
1997, Los Angeles.
Somebody does make a good point. Why
A
wasn't
mass
this
murder
in
has
D?
taken place in a hospital some distance away from downtown Los Angeles. Deep.
I summon D hero dystopia guy.
The criminal is one Richter Harris. I guess that's him. Jesus, that's loud.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
He's one of America's best-known doctors, a quiet
Even I
and
know.
studious man who is director of the hospital.
Just the one. We only have the one in America. That's why healthcare.
Suddenly transformed into a mass murderer. Why is everything else
I
so much
thought it
more
was
quiet?
beauty.
Richter has seized a large number of hostages and
How did this
barricaded himself in the
This
hospital
doctor broke his oath.
where the police cannot reach him.
He's
daughter,
supposed
Laura,
to do no
hears the
harm, and he
news.
brought a gun.
At school in San Francisco. Immediately she drives to Los Angeles. What is with this inconsistent volume? Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
this
weird.
game is like that.
To
I
find
think the
out what
PC
it
version is
that
similar.
has made her father a murderer. Reaching the scene of the tragedy, she prepares to enter the hospital. Because I guess the cops didn't give a shit and just let her in. Why is there a boulder chasing her? What the fuck?
Because she obviously pulled the idol from the pedestal.
Ah! Let me out! There are a lot of spikes in this hospital.
Well, obviously, you've never been to a hospital. They have syringes everywhere. Those are spikes.
And armor.
That's how they
I
do the
mean,
surgery.
Yeah, you need to be
You've
protected
clearly
from
never
blood
been to an
splatters.
American hospital, John.
I haven't.
Oh, it smiled. How nice.
Aww.
Of course, the one time you think there's going to be sound of like someone running, there isn't.
That's the thing they fade out on? The weird
Yeah.
ass like bike handle?
Yep, that's it. All right, so
Acclaim presents
start-
D.
should I start talking about it now?
Press D start D button.
Because this is going to get stupid.
Go for it.
All right, so D is a really interesting game because this is the first game in a series of 3, along with Enemy Zero and D2, where they did essentially what, you know how movies have actors? So Keanu Reeves is in a lot of movies, all right? That's a good example. And despite him being Keanu Reeves, he's different characters. He's Neo, he's one of the people from Bill and Ted. I think he's Bill. He's John Wick. So what if you had 3 games where the characters are different, but they use the same model? This is a girl named Laura, and essentially they wanted her to be an actor, which is kind of cool. It's really interesting when you notice that they wanted to actually do this. So this is its own game. Enemy Zero is like a space horror game that reuses a lot of similar models, and then D2 also does the same thing, but is a really different and also super weird game. This is a T game, by the way. Just keep that in mind. We're not going to get to why this game does not deserve a T rating, but there's some pretty fucked up stuff in this game that they slip past the rating system, because this is definitely not a game for teens.
Remember, no food and beverages.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy who plays multiple dead guys. I think they do that. I think it's called just reusing models.
This is T for teen for animated blood and gore and animated violence.
I mean, do you just want me to tell people some of the stuff that's in, like, that makes it M?
No, it's gonna ramp up pretty early from what I remember.
Yeah, I think we'll get to it. If in case we don't, I'll mention it. These games are very cool, though, and I definitely recommend, if you can, check them out. Because D1 is at least on Steam. The other two aren't. But this one is on Steam. I think it's like $9, probably. I think the sale's still going on, right?
Laura, I don't think touching that is a good idea.
You don't randomly touch rippling fabrics in space?
Nope. Well, maybe. That's probably how we got Rosa John in the first place, but...
Okay, when I type in...
I thought that was just you opening your big mouth.
Wait, is the game actually... Am I in control?
Yeah,
I am.
It's like a...
Oh, Jesus,
it's like a moving
It
game.
just threw me in there.
Okay, this is $6 on Steam right now, as I just checked. So, if this game looks interesting to you, pick it up.
I remember my cousin was the only person I ever knew that had a Saturn when I was growing up. And he said this game was great. He loved it.
It is.
But it was also super
It's a
frustrating.
really cool game. And I think every game plays differently, too. Like, D2 has random encounters, you run around, and then, like, when you get into an encounter, it becomes, like, a shooting segment. And the final boss of that game, to show you how fucking weird it gets, that boss in that game takes away your senses as you fight him in the game, which is really wild.
You know what I should have done is looked at what the controls are.
Yeah, you should have. Just remember, you're pretty much always in control.
Know how to control things. Also, thank you for the blesses.
You're always blessed, don't worry.
Yay.
It's a video game, you can only see it here. You say that, but you've never seen D2. Or any of them. It makes sense if you play the game.
This is very much a game that I can guarantee not many people stream on Twitch.
For sure. I think Scoot talked about playing this game once.
Probably.
To be fair,
He's
I
one of the
think
people I can
that's
think of that
a
would have actually done
large.
it.
To be fair, I think that's a large number of games that end up on here are games not many people stream on Twitch.
Sully Gnome is the site I can check how many people have streamed a game on, or is it something else?
I think that sounds right. Also, I see Gordon Gnome said he bought 4 gift copies just to give them away, to give people the D.
Like, that just reminds me, like, this happened a couple years ago where, like, Hotel Mario ended up winning Cookie, and it got to number 8 played game on Twitch, beating out Splatoon in its second week. All because of you.
Yep.
We did it. I literally can't search up D because it's too small of a
Try
search.
D colon the game, because that's what it is on Steam.
I got D2 to appear.
Well, it's not D2.
5 hours watched in the past 7 days, so someone streamed it. Max viewers, 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I do wonder how many games you've screwed up averages for.
Oh, a ton.
By one-
I can guarantee.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what
Now,
I should do? Just check the Sully Gnome for my channel, because that's going to actually
Of
bring up
course,
the
of course.
fucking tag.
D2 gets even weirder with some of the crazy shit in that game. That's probably like the craziest one. I would almost describe D2 as the room of games in terms of how the plot is.
Laura.
If that makes sense.
5 Lauras.
Laura.
That's 6
This
Laura.
is
Goldman!
your father.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, my name is Laura.
I don't.
Laura. Go back.
I don't,
Must
Laura.
not cross over to this side.
What?
This is another world.
That one was
born
pretty
of
well
my
timed.
own mind. Laura, go back. Come further, and your world will be closed off from you. Laura,
Laura, I'm what? Laura, I'm what?
I'm D. Title drop already? Damn.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna leave now. Bye.
Laura, I'm my father. D equals dad, we did it.
Alright, well, let's get drunk.
So, the FMVs were all made on the Amiga 4000.
What?
Yeah, right? That's insane.
Are you just gonna look at the cask and not actually try to
You have
use
to look
it?
at the spout.
we
Also, I
get
think
drunk?
this game's on a timer secretly, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I can't do anything with it.
I think I know what we need
Also, this game,
from
which you
the
could tell,
opening cutscene.
was pretty popular in Japan.
Wow, I just saw Blaze's post.
Yeah, Blaze
This game was a
posted
commercial
about
and critical success in Japan, selling 1 million copies and receiving a special edition re-release. Critics in the West praised D's horror elements, story, graphics, and presentation. Reviews of the 3DO version found it to be one of the best games on the platform. For the PS1 release, Sony did not print enough copies to match pre-orders.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I was actually about to get to that, but thank you for posting that. This game has a very interesting history to it, like this whole series, and even Kenji Ino has some really cool stuff about him.
Developed the game with no storyline, concealing cutscene from his own staff, submitting a clean version to the board for approval. Wow.
Oh!
Oh! Okay, bye.
I like the reason this game is even on the Saturn, which is, I think, the only version we got in America. So essentially...
I think we got the PlayStation one as well. No,
Which
and the
I know that
3DO
one-
one. I have the 3DO one
Did
behind
we?
me.
Oh, nice. Well, essentially, though, he started putting all his games only on the Saturn because after they had this issue with the manufacturers where they didn't manufacture enough copies of the game, he got really pissed and was like, all right, fuck that. Putting everything on Sega Saturn.
If you didn't see, Bubba posted about the time
Yeah,
limit.
that's what I mentioned earlier. There is a timer. Because it's essentially a movie.
That was close. We were almost a Laura sandwich.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to beat this game.
I'm gonna back away now. Yeah, no, she straight up will not go that way.
Yeah, no, she doesn't want to die. Honestly, this game does the atmosphere really well.
I'm kind of disappointed you
Laura
didn't do this
shish
for Game
kebab, thank
D.
you very much. Okay, fair enough, Shade.
What game did we do for Game D?
I think I actually wanted you to do D2,
Wasn't
and then
it
you
Doom?
said...
You wanted me
Nah.
to do D2, I remember this. And I was like, no, there's no point doing that without playing the original. We did Doom, the original Doom, right.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is short enough if we want to beat it tonight. We theoretically could, if people really like it enough.
That short?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a 2-hour time limit, then...
That's a fair point, I guess.
It's theoretically beatable. That's up to chat if they like this enough. What are the controls for this game? Mostly WAS moving or point and click? I think.
It's
been a while since I played.
What is this volume balance? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I turned down the Co-Com stream quite a bit.
Yeah, I can see why.
Just know, like I said earlier, Enemy Zero and D2 are completely unrelated games to this, so you don't really need to play this one. You can.
This is also a 2-disc Sega Saturn game, so
That's correct. Because there's so much FMV.
yeah. Move forward, turn left, turn right, move backwards. A to touch, open, and take or move items, and the shoulder buttons. Wow, a game that uses the Saturn shoulder buttons to display items. Which we have our timer, my compact for my makeup, the haunted makeup.
Damn. So I just found something really cool. The 3D programmers and animators for this game would later go on to do Echo and Shadow of the Colossus, as well as Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Oh, so wait, Advent Children?
Yeah. That still looks good today, Advent Children.
All right, so I'm gonna assume I'm gonna assume that makeup thing was like a hint system or something because it cracked after we used it.
I think so.
It's a beetle.
Oh no, I'm getting some really bad flashbacks here to when I played I Spy.
I spy with my little eye something food.
Oh,
D.
No, it's not D.
Dep. D. Boobs. D.
that's a bug. That's not boobs.
In keeping with the time limit, this game does not contain a pause feature.
Yeah, no, you can't pause it.
Yeah, the timer.
So
the,
if
clock
we're
was going
ending,
down
we
even
have
when
to make
were
sure we're
looking at it.
ending.
Wasn't that the exact
Due to its story,
same
this game has a
drawer you
2-hour
opened?
time limit. Laura, the protagonist, enters the hospital at 3 o'clock, but at 5 o'clock, the other world is closed off, so the game terminates. Be aware of the time when you were playing this game.
I don't know when we started, so...
This game has multiple endings, which vary depending on the action of the protagonist. We hope you will play without giving up until the words "the end" appears.
I mean, if it started at 3 o'clock, then we can probably see how long we've been playing the game.
Compact gives the players hints on the game, yep. Oh, there's really no other prompt, okay.
Started about 15 minutes ago, so that would have been roughly 1:45 my time.
Yeah, that says like 14. That says like 3:14.
All right, we have this piece of paper, but we can't look at it, apparently. Laura, I need you to leave. Laura? Oh, there we go. Let's look in shelf number 2.
What's behind shelf number 2?
3. 4.
How many breads have you eaten in your life?
I love that line.
That's it. It really was just for the one in the first one.
Well, Arcade Park said how many loaves of bread, but no, I needed to say the actual line.
Okay, I didn't expect a complete turnaround on that. I thought we'd, like, look at something else.
Damn,
No,
the creator for this game did a lot of really interesting stuff after he left the gaming industry. Creation of a cell phone purchase interface for vending machines. That's pretty impressive for
Not
the
that
time.
I do know it's a mistranslation, but it's still funny.
even made a WiiWare game. Nice.
Oh, we found a key. Should probably get like that fire poker just in case we get in trouble.
It'll be useful.
Apparently she
Need to
doesn't
make
think
sure
so
we
because
can
she's just
poke a
kind of like
fire.
nodding her head back and forth. Nope, nope.
D is for definitely going to be scared.
Mm. Still can't look at that vase.
He even worked on the creator for this Superman NES, apparently, which never came out, it seems like it says.
Oh, the Sunsoft one.
Sunman, yeah.
Yes, JoJo is a story where a man punches a plate of spaghetti. That happens at least twice.
Good zoom in of that picture. Alright, I guess we're done in here. So I can't seem to get prompts for anything else.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how scary is this game? Well, let me answer that question by saying that jump scares aren't scary at all, and what you really need to make good scary games is really strong atmosphere, which is why Silent Hill can be really disturbing.
Amako, the first time was in part 2.
Am I not surprised you know so much about this game? Well, I've known about this game for years, and then earlier this year, on top of already what I knew, Stop Skeletons from Fighting did a video on the creator. So I'm gonna recommend you check that video out. He's a cool dude, by the way. Stop Skeletons from Fighting.
Oh no.
If only we had a key.
Oh god. How do doors work?
Let me put it this way, since I see people are talking about what I was mentioning earlier. With a jump scare, it doesn't stick with you. It's just annoying. It's like, I got you for a second. It was loud and annoying. Kind of like the sound effects in this game. But that's more to volume balancing not existing at the time.
Yeah, he's. Oh, that's who the happy video game nerd turned into. Was Stop Skeletons?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Oh no, spooky! Well, let's get close to it.
He wanted it to be his own thing, so he rebranded.
Boy, that sure is a corpse.
Yeah, you'll
No, he was frozen while
remember
T-posing. Thank you
good
for
atmosphere.
that.
What's the first time you saw, like, if you played the first Resident Evil when it came out, you remember seeing that zombie for the first time and how effective it was?
Oh yeah, back then that was a big deal. Nowadays,
That
it's
was
like
scary. Nowadays, it's like, that's pretty funny.
Zero Domain, thank you for the T-posting joke.
boy, I'm glad I came into this room. Oh, there we go.
5.
Oh, the scariest thing.
Laura says, I said it in chat, but sharing a name with this protagonist made the game just a bit more frightening in parts. Do you regularly deal with spike walls, Laura?
Remember, it's not just the protagonist, it's the actor. Because they do reuse this model.
It's like Stephanie in the spooky countermeasures.
By the way, that's you gotta stop that manually. You have the code?
Nope. Wow, that's very...
If we did one game per system next year, what systems would you not do? I mean, I think anything he has access to, you would probably do, right?
Yeah, anything that I can actually stream.
Okay, I think I know the code.
It's not 69. Nice try.
I need to put the nice emote in
Can we
the
read
chat
this
now.
paper yet? Nope.
Nice.
Is that really the only thing in the room is the
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm not
It
really sure
is
either.
very confusing.
This game was pretty confusing. I pretty much used the guide when I played. What is this? This is D.
This reminds you of a Myst puzzle. I've heard Myst and D get compared a lot.
Yeah, I can see why.
Do we have any doors we haven't gone through yet? I feel like we've...
Quick, let's ask the door gods.
Just D, that's correct.
Oh, there we go. We haven't checked that door out yet.
I talked about it earlier, but this is the first game in a series of 3 along with Enemy 0 and D2, and they're all unrelated, and they intentionally reuse the actor here, as they call it, but as different characters, because they wanted her to be a regular thing in gaming that people could recognize. Didn't really take off, but hey, I like the idea. Check the painting.
Think the key works for 2 doors?
Well, she's walking away from it, so I'm willing to bet no.
I don't think we tried the painting, right?
No. But I can't look at the painting, apparently.
Okay.
Laura
What's to the left, then?
Laura has deemed it not allowable. Okay, well, I can also walk up to the table, so let's see what's at the table.
Table.
No, I can't look at the table. Okay, let's just go this
Not
way,
table.
then, I guess.
Makeup.
Alright, we already did this. Will it do anything different now, since we already saw the hologram of our father?
Apparently you can use the mirror 3 times, and the 3rd time it shatters.
Yeah. So we'll save that.
Or maybe it's twice, and then if you try to use it 3rd time, it shatters before you get the hint. I don't know.
I mean, we used it once, so...
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're already out of places we can go. Because we presumably still can't do the spike room. Can't do
Did we go
anything
upstairs?
here. Yeah, that's where we got the key.
What did the paper say?
Nothing. I can't read it.
Damn,
We
if only I was
We need to
literate.
find a place where we can use it.
I
Should've
never
known.
learned how to read.
Maybe we could interact with it. I'm pretty sure that's not where the thing that Montaro mentioned earlier
Let's
goes.
see if this is a weird get the paper wet and it works kind of deal.
Ah, like, what was it, Star Tropics?
Yeah. Oops, no, I actually wanted that.
The paper's real valuable, you know?
Nope, that is not the prompt. What is the scariest game that I've played? You know, I don't know. What's that? What's that game that, Amnesia, there we go. That was hilarious. So,
That game is goofy.
yeah. I was playing that with 2 other people in the room, and they were frightened, and I was laughing my ass off. Like, the part where the water monster chases you, that was super fun. Just running in the water, seeing if it could keep up with me.
The thing that makes Amnesia really funny is that it's like you look at the monster and it's really goofy, and that's the only reason that it's scary is because when you don't know what something is, it's really scary. It's terrifying. You can't imagine what it is. You're being chased by this thing. You don't want to see it up close. When you see it up close, and the monsters in Amnesia are really goofy looking. They're just like, "Hello, it's me."
Hi ho.
Oh, you know what? One thing I haven't tried. Let's see.
'Tis the season to be jolly and joyous. La la la.
So we'll check that door again that had the corpse on it and see if we can actually get in there now.
Try using the key on the corpse. Maybe it'll work.
Unlock his body. Oh, you know what? I see what you mean. Unlock it from the shackles. That's actually probably correct.
That's not what I meant, but sure, let's go with that. That might work, actually.
I'm gonna try one other thing before I head back there, since it's gonna take forever to get back there. Since
Yeah,
Laura's
no,
not exactly
you gotta
in a
manage your
rush.
time.
Laura's not exactly in a rush.
Maybe
I'm
it's
gonna
always a key,
see
but
if
when
I can
you
put
use
the
it on
paper in a
person, it
different
unlocks your depth.
sheet on this thing. Or a different
What about
color.
that painting right there?
Tried it already.
Damn.
No, she just closes automatically, so I guess that's not enough.
We checked all of these?
I checked all of them. I'll double check one again, because that's where we got the paper. And we saw that bug, so we like had the flashback about that.
Okay.
And I can't look at my items during this menu, so alright. That's out then. Yeah, let's see if we can unlock that corpse, I guess. Spooky. This game was an escape room before escape rooms were a thing.
Skeletons.
I mean, you like I said, you should look at oh shit. Mist. You should look
Ding,
at
ding.
Mist. That is
The
that is
number
very
9
much an
door
escape
has
room.
been opened.
Honestly, Mist is really good. Still holds up today. They keep remaking it too, right?
It does get re-released a lot, yeah. And that studio made a bunch of new games, so.
Oh, nice. Good for them.
Cool.
Too bad this doesn't have a really bad parody starring John Goodman. Remember that Brutal Moose video?
Oh yeah.
It was called
Pissed?
Pissed.
Pissed, yeah.
Welcome to Pissed Island, starring John Goodman. They also did Wind Blows 98, the same studio.
All right, let's test our theories. Paper does nothing.
Okay, if paper does
Tea
nothing,
doesn't
then
do
we should
anything.
probably use rock.
Well, we're
Knew
not
you were
coming
gonna say
back to
that.
this game probably, so I'm just gonna.
If we can't save, then we're probably not gonna beat this tonight.
What the fuck is that?
That was the bowl.
It looked like a set of stairs.
Nope, that was the bowl, I'm pretty sure.
I
think it
couldn't
was.
tell what it was.
The hyper-realistic blood.
No, I guess that would be the only way to get that paper wet, so I guess we'll go and do that.
What, the blood?
Blood is usually wet.
And that'll give us the code for the machine.
And then the machine code can get us something else. That's how these work.
And then it'll break my compact mirror, so I can't do my makeup anymore.
You don't need
then we'll
the
discover
mirror.
Zero's
There's
identity.
another mirror.
Ah, yes, the one that the hand tried to kill me in.
Yeah, he'll do makeup for you. That's why he's there. Sorry, I thought you had makeup for me to do. Seems you've already done your own makeup. Come back when you break it.
When you break
D.
your makeup.
D for what? For D.
The D is actually a 0.
That's
No,
why it looked
because
like
the sequel is
stairs.
0.
That's why it looked like stairs. Now I get it.
It's Enemy Zero is the game. I was right about Star Tropics. I can't fucking believe it.
4-2.
4-2.
Of course it was the answer.
Wait, it
Ah!
actually was 42?
I know that reference.
Wait, I shouldn't have put it in there. I can't get the paper back now.
Oh no. Well, bye. Excuse me while I slowly walk back over there.
I don't know how to run.
Never learned.
I don't